Hello and welcome to Pandaria. I'm going to be showing the viewers the new Ret Paladin Holy Power system and rotation, so I can show the differences between the Cataclysm rotation and how Holy Power is going to work in Mists. Okay, so first of all, we can now hold 5 Holy Power up from 3. You see these two little like icons underneath the primary Holy Power bar. Those will light up when you actually have enough Holy Power to use them. They don't really do anything except for allow you to stockpile Holy Power so that you can bank it if you want. All of our abilities that used to use Holy Power still do. They work. They only operate at 3 Holy Power, so having 5 is pretty much pointless. The other big thing is that we have more than one way of generating Holy Power now. Judgment and Exorcism will generate Holy Power baseline. Judgment, or Exorcism, as you can see, no longer requires to be cast and no longer requires an Art of War proc to do anything. Instead, the Art of War procs will reset the cooldown on Exorcism. So Exorcism is now a primary spell in our rotation, and it's a little bit more predictable than it was before. Judgment 2 is now also a Holy Power builder at range. You no longer need the tier set to do that. And Crusader Strike, as always, will also still generate Holy Power. We're going to be dumping a majority of our Holy Power back into Templar's Verdict. Templar's Verdict has been changed so that you can only use it now at 3 Holy Power, as opposed to being able to use it at 2 and 1 with decreased effects. It will now only function at 3 Holy Power. Other than that, we also have new Aoe rotations. I'm going to get to that in a second. It's just another thing. It's just another demonstration of our new Templar's Verdict animation. Oh, Holy Wrath, or Hammer of Wrath, will also be generating Holy Power now. Alright, so they gave us Hammer of the Righteous and Divine Storm as an AoE rotation that's very similar to our single target. So we have all the abilities that we can use in single target, but we also have Hammer of the Righteous. And we can use that and dump that back into Divine Storm. Divine Storm is obviously not as powerful as Templar's Verdict is going to be in single target, but it's useful to have for a total AoE rotation. Okay, that's what our Holy Power looks like when it's powered all the way up to 5. You can use that to chain together different, multiple, like, Templar's Verdicts, like, back to back. So with that in mind, our new talent system looks a little bit like this. I haven't gotten to level 90 yet, so I can't use the other ones, but the ones that we have before that, at least the ones that I'm using, they're all pretty straightforward, and none of them are really like meant for PvE specifically, with the exception of Repentance, which, because now it's casted, it's a little less valuable for Ret and PvP. The other ones are all, there's not really one that's better than the other for PvE purposes, up until you get to level 70, up until you get to the 75 tier. These are the ones that are really like all PvE talents for the most part, and it's really going to determine like which one you like best. Just off of my initial assessment, I think that Holy Avenger is probably going to be our best bet. Simply because Guardian of the Ancient Kings is now a 3-minute cooldown as opposed to 5, so we'll be using it a lot more often. And it does what it did before, where it can stack our strength like up to 20%. Avenging Wrath is at a 3-minute cooldown now, so at the same cooldown as Guardian of the Ancient Kings. And Holy Avenger, which is basically Zealotry without the Holy Power requirement, is a 2-minute cooldown, so it's much quicker than either of these two cooldowns put together. So having this together, I have Holy Avenger up. Holy Avenger is cool because every single thing that uses Holy Power now generates 3 of it. So Exorcism, Judgment, Crusader Strike, all of those generate 3 Holy Power instead of 1. So you can see why that would be really useful to have alongside Avenging Wrath and Guardian of the Ancient Kings, because, as I said earlier, Hammer of Wrath also generates Holy Power, so that's also going to ramp us up to 3 Holy Power every single time we use it. Now, there's going to be some debate about what's better for PvP, Sanctified Wrath or Holy Avenger, but as far as player versus environment goes, I think that Holy Avenger is probably the best bet. So that's the end of this demonstration. I'll probably be posting another one of some PvP content as soon as the PvP is on beta is a little bit more sustainable and closer to resembling what it'll look like on live. So thanks for watching.